Brooklyn, New York. A woman named Carrie was staying at her friend Nancy's apartment, a cozy place with one small quirk. Nancy always left the kitchen light on at night. "It's for my mom," she explained, "so she can see if she gets up for a drink or something." Carrie didn't think much of it, just another habit in the rhythm of their lives. That night, after chatting and laughing until late, Carrie drifted off to sleep on the couch, the soft glow from the kitchen casting long shadows across the room. Sometime deep in the night, a strange sensation pulled her from her dreams, a heavy, unsettling feeling that someone was watching her. She opened her eyes, her breath catching in her throat as she scanned the room. It was empty, but the feeling of being observed lingered, oppressive and undeniable. She told herself it was just her imagination, the remnants of a dream. But the hairs on the back of her neck stood on end. Gripped by an instinctive fear, Carrie fumbled for her rosaries, the smooth beads slipping through her trembling fingers as she whispered prayers into the darkness. Her words seemed to vanish into the still air, swallowed by the silence. And then she saw it, a shadowy figure reflected on the TV screen in front of her, standing just inside the doorway to the kitchen. It was tall, unnaturally so, and its edges were blurred, as though it were more a smudge of darkness than a person. Carrie's blood ran cold. She knew it wasn't her friend's mother. It couldn't be. The figure was too still, too silent, like something not entirely human. Her hand shook as she slowly reached for her cell phone, the screen's faint light barely illuminating the room. She lifted it, the camera trained on the reflection. As she clicked the button, her voice quavered, breaking the suffocating silence. "If you're here to do harm, leave now." For a moment, nothing happened. The shadow stood as though it hadn't heard her, its presence thickening the air. But then, without a sound, it faded, melting away into the darkness, as though it had never been there. Carrie remained frozen, the image of that shadow seared into her mind. The light from the kitchen suddenly feeling more ominous than comforting. Sleep was impossible for the rest of the night. She couldn't shake the feeling that something had watched her, something that didn't belong in the world of the living. If you ever face any situation like this, pray in Jesus' name. Do not engage or speak to it. Avoid repetitive prayers or rituals. Just pray and trust in His power.